you do? So we have somehow found our way to West Virginia.
We are at the Hatfield McCoy trail system. Yeah, this is a retaining wall for the river right on the other side. And this is also our first like actual trail ride and Jelly Belly's first time in the RZR, and I don't think she's gonna like it.
I don't know, I think she'll be okay. We're not rock crawling, they've got a ton of trails like and trail systems out here, a lot of which are just wide open, go.
I don't know if it's wide open, it's actually this kind of stuff. But it
should still be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of mud.
We're hoping Jelly will enjoy it. If not, then well, we'll find out soon enough. But we're gonna go enjoy ourselves in the RZR, and from what I understand, we're gonna get covered in mud because it is a mess out there.
Look, we even have a 12-volt plug for our phone so we can keep charged.
Toilet paper,
plugs, and let's go show them the river real quick. And I saw this cool retaining wall last night because Jelly came chasing some animal through here, and this is what's over here. Oh look, Jelly made a friend. Jelly! Come here, Jelly. So this is what we got to wake up to. It's kind of like we're in the jungle or something. And here's the cool retaining wall. Battle of Mattawan, 1920. So anyway, all right, let's go hit up the RZR. Come on, Jelly. All right, so you do have to wear your helmet out here. You can actually ride anywhere on the streets out here. The towns were just wanting to bring in as many people as possible for revenue. And so side-by-sides don't even need a street legal kit. You can literally just run on the streets and run to all the trails. So we gotta wear our helmets, and we're gonna load up and use our ride command to go find these people that we met this morning.
We met random people this morning, and Kevin became best friends with them, of course, because it's Kevin, and he becomes best friends with everyone he meets. So we're gonna go find our new friends and go wheel.
Let me show you where it's at, right here. Okay, so you can see all the trails around here. This ride command is super awesome. This is where we're gonna meet them at waypoint 4, and then we're gonna go hit up all these trails out through here. All right, I'm getting a little muddy because these tires stick so far out. You can see my whole door right here. Yeah, but we're all right. It's not bad.
It's not too bad. You've got more mud on you than I do right now. All right, so we've met up with Kevin's brand new friends that he met this morning.
There's like 8 RZRs all over the place. You see all these guys? The mudslingers. I think they're called the mudslingers.
They're called the mudslingers. I think they're mostly from North Carolina. And if you've noticed, all of them have full tops with like windows and windshields.
They've got front windshields, back windshields, full zip-in windows.
And they've all got like fender flares and stuff. Like, they're gonna be totally clean at the end of the day. And we've only gone a quarter mile, and already Kevin is like, I have a feeling we're gonna look the muddiest before the day is over. And Jelly is actually, she's doing good. She's just chilling. She likes sticking her head out the window. I'm actually pretty happy with how good she's doing so far. She seems to be enjoying it. She's not shivering. She's not trying to jump out or anything. So it should be fun. Let's go! Woo! Are you still doing okay, Kev?
There's gotta be a better way. There's gotta be. I'm wet. I'm very wet. Yeah. So the 72-inch wide one, the tires stick way out, and this is what happens. Yeah, we gotta find a fix for that.
Now, all mud aside, if there's one thing I can say about this trail in this area so far, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's kind of like being in the middle of like a rainforest. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's so pretty, like it's so green, which is, I mean, we're used to green, but I guess we've spent so much time at Moab, and then at the beach that, I don't know, it's been a hot minute since we've been in such a dense forest like this. Jelly's like, she goes between wanting to sniff and look out the window and then like laying down and falling asleep in my arms.
Okay, so I found the trick. You either have to go 5 miles an hour or slower through the mud, or you have to go like 30 and you blast right through it. If you go anywhere between 5 and 20, you just get soaked, kind of like this. So let's see how that works out. You didn't get that on video, did you?
No, because I stopped recording.
So I tried to go fast, and now I'm covered. Jelly's covered.
Kevin totally just proved his theory wrong. Oh my God, that was a terrible idea. He's like, watch, let's go through this puddle fast and see what happens. And it literally created a tidal wave in front of the Polaris. Oh my God.
Can you see my goggles? Yeah, that didn't work out too well. Whoops.
Okay, so Kevin has now revised his theory. He says it only works if one side of tires is going through the puddle at a time. If both tires are gonna go through the puddle, you get splashed.
If you go in and it's a puddle going across the whole front end, it creates a tidal wave if you're going too fast or too deep. Maybe that one was just too deep. I don't know. But if you do it one tire at a time, it's fine.
Either way, that was a terrible... That was so bad. Oh my God. I feel like he probably low-key did that on purpose because I'm covered in mud now. Poor Jelly. Which brings up another question. If any of you guys have any recommendations as far as like maybe goggles or something for Jelly Belly, I don't know if she'll wear them, but I might have to invest, I think, in a set of goggles for her just to help with the wind and debris and everything, keeping it out of her eyes and whatnot. Right now she seems content, but that might definitely be something I have to do in the near future.
She just got covered.
So if you have recommendations, let us know in the comments as far as goggles for Jelly. Oh, Jelly. She legit is having like a blast. I've never seen her this like intrigued while we're driving. She's watching the dirt bikes pass. So of course we come to a stop for no more than like 2 minutes, and of course, look what Jelly finds. Is that your stick?
She's gotta have her stick.
Is that your stick, Jelly? Did you find your stick? That stick right there, that one's your stick. Oh goodness, get it. Get the stick.
I feel like Jelly uses us just to come outdoors to find sticks.
That's 100%. Yeah, we're just being used right now. Look at this.
So, we have a Polaris for sale.
No,
Because I'm not doing this again. I am not. This is, I mean.
It's not that bad, actually.
Well, it's drying up.
When it dries up, it dusts off.
It dries up and dusts off, which is kind of funny. But this is, yeah.
I'm not, well, yeah, maybe I'm a
No, you are bad. What did you think?
So I've told everyone this before. I prefer driving this over the Jeep. This is faster and more exhilarating on a speed level, which is obviously where I have fun. I like this. I don't even mind the mud. I like it that much.
What?
I know. Like, this isn't fun. It's so much fun to drive.
You know, this mud isn't bad though. It's not like clay.
Yeah, it's not thick mud.
It's literally like, watch, dust that off right there. See? As it dries, it literally just dusts off.
Even Jelly likes it.
Yeah, well, dust Jelly off.
Oh,
seriously.
Okay, so now that we're thoroughly filthy and muddy and we've cleaned the RZR, which took a little bit of time.
So we've actually had these for a little while, But we actually had to do what we do. We had to show you why we were upgrading it, right? So today, we went and had fun and got filthy.
And we're installing the new Rokblox.
Yep, we got filthy just for you guys, so.
We should have done this before, but we figured this would easily show the difference between having the upgraded mud flaps versus what comes from factory, because I've managed to get most of it off me. Luckily, it dries up and it turns to just kind of a powder that kind of smacks off.
Yeah,
so.
This was good. This was good mud.
What are you doing right now?
I am making the black plastic pieces shiny, like, you know.
All right. So again, these are the RokBlokz Rally mud flaps. And as you can see, first things first is going to be folding along this etched engraved line. So we've got those folded, 1, 2, it's basically the big ones, 3 over there and 4, and then we start bolting them together. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and turn the wheels so we have access with the drill. We're gonna remove this fender clip here and mock this up right into place to get that first bolt in. Super easy, and they even niftily marked which side goes on which side.
Niftily?
Driver side, niftily, I'm pretty sure that's a word. If it's not, it should be.
Niftily.
Now with that first bolt in, it's time to drill. It's a 1/4 inch drill bit, and make sure, obviously, anytime you drill, it's lined up exactly where you need it to be. Now we're just starting with the lower 2 holes at a time because we have this backing plate here that we use to attach it properly, and then we'll move up to drilling the upper 2 holes.
So something that's really cool is they have these dress washers and these anodized washers that make everything look really clean and professional. So this is super simple. Literally go through this guy here, go through your hole you just drilled, and then just kind of fish this on the back side. Give it a little twisty poo.
A twisty poo?
A twisty poo. All right.
And then we're going to snug these down, but do not tighten fully.
Do not tighten fully. Gotcha.
Can you guys tell that I read the directions this time? All right, at this point, we're gonna drill the top 2 holes right here, but this right here needs to line up with this right here. So if you can have someone else hold that into place and then drill. Another mounting plate, plus a couple more bolts, and then you can tighten everything down.
Yeah, this is super simple actually.
It's really easy.
Last step for this part, 5/16 drill bit, your insert and your screw. It's gonna just go in this bottom guy right here.
And you're gonna push in this plastic little guy here, and then you're actually gonna skrill in a metal screw like so. Well, preferably not with your hands. Are you gonna do the whole thing with your hands?
No, give me that screwdriver. Why don't I have a screwdriver on the gun?
I don't know. And then for added protection, we're gonna add this little extra mud guard onto the bottom of it. Okay, so moving on to the rear, we have drill templates.
And spacers.
They're drill templates and spacers. I'll show you what I mean by spacers here in a second, but first things first, you have to actually pop out the center bit so you know where you're drilling. Don't try to drill through that.
It'll mess up your hole.
It'll mess up your hole. Ask us how we know.
All right, so.
All right, so it is absolutely important that you mark and drill these where you want them, because you are actually drilling into the outer portion of the fender. So if you royally f up, you'll be able to tell. So make sure you have one person preferably to hold them in place, or if you don't have a friend to help you, use clamps to clamp them exactly where you want them to go. Now Kevin goes ahead and uses a 1/4 inch to bore those out a little bit larger. Hang on to this.
You're gonna take this template and you're gonna reuse it now as a spacer. So this is gonna go underneath.
Now the really important part here is making sure you're using the right hardware and the right hole. Luckily, Rokblox does a pretty good job in their instructions outlining what goes where. So just make sure you're reading those very carefully, unlike us usually.
I just figured it out. Here, look. So this recessed one, where it has
doesn't get a spacer.
Doesn't get a spacer. And then this recessed one doesn't get a spacer.
Of course.
The 3 that do.
That are raised up. Get a spacer.
Get spacers.
Did you not realize that already? Now from here, the actual giant fender goes on, which again, this is one of the ones that you did have to bend along that little graved area right there.
So we literally went out, got muddy all day just to show you guys that we had these cool freaking mud flaps that we could have put on and not gotten muddy today.
We didn't have time to put them on this
but
morning anyways.
well, and we wouldn't have known just how muddy we would have gotten versus how muddy.
So yeah, I'm actually curious to see just how much, because obviously you can tell they don't 100% cover the tire, but they do block a significantly greater amount than what the factory ones did.
All right, so those are all.
All right, you want to make these snug. Do not tighten them all the way just yet. We got to get that section on first. More templates. All right, template number 2 is gonna go on the inner side here. You see that ledge? We're gonna line up this little crook right there with that, and then pull it up against this outer edge as much as we can. And then my handy dandy husband is gonna drill it with an 1/8 inch drill bit and then widen it out with a 1/4, just like we did up there and up front.
You were so blown out right now because it's so dark in there. I had to, oh, you look funny.
Oh God, okay.
All right, you
keep
got
going.
that where that needs to go?
Yeah, I do, come drill it.
Whoop.
We're only 75% sure we did this right.
75% is 100% in my book.
Okay, so at this point, you're basically repeating the process like you did up top. You're gonna use this as a spacer along the inside again.
Yeah. Look at that. Actually, that took no time really at all.
That didn't take very long.
That's clean.
That looks so good.
So these all come in like 5 or 10 different colors. They come in red and blue and green and orange and whatever.
Pink and purple and yellow and green.
Whatever accent color you
assuming.
want. We chose black just to keep it clean because it's.
It looks good and it looks stealthy. I like it.
I do.
I like it a lot.
It's nice. All right, let's go hit some mud.
Not now.
Okay.
That's tomorrow.
All right.
We're gonna do that tomorrow.
Fair enough.
It's getting late.
It's dark. It's getting dark.
Let's go watch Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
Now, just as a side note, before we call it quits for the evening, you might notice there's a few extra pieces still on the trailer, and that's because those are for the trailing arms. We do have flaps for those as well, but it's getting late, and I wanna watch Game of Thrones, so we're gonna deal with that later. Because these are the important bits right now, because these are what will hopefully prevent this tomorrow. Hopefully. We'll find out.
Hey guys, real quick before we start this next morning run to see how these Rokblox mud guards do, I actually got a Dynojet tuner, which you saw that we had in a previous video. So here's the Dynojet tuner. This is so you can upload tunes and you can also do data logging and stuff like that, especially if you have any kind of issues, read codes. So what I did was I got a new tune from pwrTune. They're out of Northern California. They had great reviews. So we went with a stage 2 upgraded tune. I'm gonna show you how to install that real quick. I'm not gonna tell Brittany about it. We're gonna go do this, fill up with gas, and then go see if she actually notices while we're on a trail ride today. Let me show you how to do this real quick. So easy peasy, take off your front cover. You're gonna come over here. Here's your diagnostic plug. So you're gonna undo this guy, plug in your pwrTune. This is not easy with one hand. Boom, plugged in. Dynojet's gonna, so the key's on right now. Here, you can do diagnostics. You can also record any of these channels. You can just hit the button and it records, but we'll go here. So right there, flash tune. And then there's the stock tune. There's the Dynojet tune that it came with for the upgraded tune, but then XP Turbo Stage 2 from pwrTune. Just hit that. I've already done it to make sure it worked right, but go ahead and hit this button to confirm. It'll download the tune and you're good to go. Now, the benefits of this is gonna be better throttle response and more power. I'm gonna go drive it, we'll let you know, but I'm not gonna tell Brittany about it. And we're gonna see what happens. See if Brittany actually notices anything. We got poop.
Okay. All right, we're loaded up. We're ready to go. We're gonna hit the trail and we're gonna see how many mud puddles we can hit to see how well these new mud flaps do. Mud puddles!
Let's do it.
Hey, Kevin!
Yeah.
The mud flaps don't help if you go head first into you pedal like that?
I know. I was just making sure you're nice and cooled off.
Thanks.
That was like one of those scenes where somebody's riding like a dragon or something, or they shoot off up above the clouds and they pause and they have this like serene experience where you just kind of pause for a second.
Did you say dragon because we watched Game of Thrones last night?
Maybe. And then you get up to the top, it's all nice and quiet, and then you dive back down into the chaos.
Okay, so despite the fact that Kevin took us head first through a giant puddle, significantly less dirty today than yesterday.
It blocks probably 80%. So this is all I have now.
We've probably gone through like what, a couple hundred puddles?
Yeah, we've been riding for probably an hour.
So there's still mud. It still exists, but it's significantly, yeah.
No, it's good.
Huge
it's real
difference.
good. My gloves aren't covered. My face shield isn't covered.
You can still see my eyeballs.
I'm gonna have Brittany drive now.
I'm gonna drive now. You can't see me, but I'm smiling really big.
We gonna switch up and let Brittany drive a little bit.
How you drive?
Oh shit! Easy, man. There's a cliff right there.
Woohoo!
Oh!
Sorry, not sorry.
How are you getting us so muddy? How are you drive for 2 seconds and me and Jelly are covered?
Holy crap! Why does it feel so much faster than it did yesterday? Like the throttle response feels fucking awesome. Kevin, why does it feel faster? What did you do? What did you do? That feels awesome! What did you do? Oh my god, you're telling me later. It feels way faster.
That's how you do it.
So we found this fun little straightaway, and I told Kevin, flat over crest. Okay, fess up. Why is the side-by-side so much faster? I'm not an idiot. I know you did something. I just don't know what he did, because that is a significant difference than how it was driving yesterday.
You already know about
You
this.
tuned it. Oh, I didn't know. I know we had the tune. You just hadn't done it yet. I actually forgot. We've had it for a minute. Which gives us how much horsepower now?
I don't know. It's
A lot
fast.
more apparently,
It's
because that thing is.
But it's
Woo!
it just runs a little harder. Oh god. Yeah.
It feels so good. I'm keeping my helmet on because
Anyway,
I
that
have
was-
massive helmet hair
So
like I
use-
did last night, and I'm not doing that again. I looked awful. Sorry, guys.
So pwrTune is what we tuned it with. It runs fantastic. We just beat it up for like 5-6 hours straight.
I will leave a link for that in the description below for Dynojet and for the pwrTune if you guys have any questions whatsoever. As always, don't hesitate to ask. As you can see though, the Rokblox were a massive success.
Look at you. You're not even.
I'm not even covered. Look at
I
this.
mean-
Look at my jeans compared to yesterday. I don't know if y'all remember what it looked like yesterday.
So-
Granted, on the way back down, we got ahead of the group, and I
Yeah.
was practicing my rally commands.
She was terrible
What
at
is
it.
I was just making stuff up. But my favorite, of course, is flat over crest. So of course we were like booking it downhill, and of course we hit maybe one or two really.
I hit it, and it sprayed the water 30 foot out in front of us, and
And
as
then we
drove
hit
through
the
it-
water like half a
Just-
second later.
That's why the front of my chest is completely soaking wet right now. But as
I
far
saw
as
it
mud
just
goes-
in time to duck my head, so it wasn't too
Yeah.
bad. Seriously, the Rokblox did an amazing job. Again, I will leave a link to them in the
Look at my
description
jacket.
below. But anyways, you guys, you know we love you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget that you can find all of your Lite Brite Nation merch at litebritstudios.com. And of course, all of your Lite Brite Nation decals at pixeldecals.com. And
tomorrow we will be in the Jeep. We got a Jeep club out here taking us out.
stay tuned, because the stepchild,
Is next.
I have a feeling, is gonna look like this in the next video. So stay tuned. We love you guys, and we will see you next time. Bye! Mwah! Say bye, Kevin.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh. Why'd the cat come after her over here? Oh, come here, Jelly.
Jelly, come here.
She's like, oh, but there's the cat right there.
Jelly, come here.
This is the cat's territory, huh?
Oh yeah, look at that.
She's like a dog.
Jelly, come here.
Jelly, come here. Come here. Jelly. Jelly,
Look,
come here.
she's smart.
Jelly, come here.
Look how smart she is.
Yes, she is. Jelly, come
She's
here.
like, I'm just trying to get by you.
Hey, Jeremy, I got you one, bro.